Dr. Ron Rothenberg is one of the world's foremost experts in anti-aging medicine. He's an author, speaker, and a member of the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine. Dr. Ronald Klatz, chairman of the A4M, visited with Dr. Rothenberg last August at the A4M conference in Chicago.
What really works for anti-aging medicine and why? What does the general public want to know that can have an impact today on their lives to improve both the quality and the quantity of the human lifespan?
First, thanks, Ron, for your very kind comments. You know, I'm passionate about anti-aging, preventive medicine, keeping people as happy and healthy as they can be for as long as possible. So, you know, what works? I think everyone knows you build things on a foundation. The foundation first is lifestyle. It's got to start with nutrition.
We all know that. Everybody knows diet and exercise. Okay,
then
let's
exercise.
Get to the good stuff.
Okay, I think you get me going. As I say, boy, if I only kept up to my own advice on diet and exercise, I'd really be in good shape. But anyway, here we go. So we've got the diet, exercise. The next level is nutraceuticals, supplements, vitamins. And you've got to pick what's best. No one wants to take 100 pills a day. I mean, there's a burnout factor in that.
Sure.
So let's see, where is the medical evidence to a practical program? We started out with supplementing with omega-3 fish oils.
Yeah, there's a lot in the news about omega-3 fish oils. What's the latest?
Right. The latest is this is a major anti-inflammatory across the whole body. Inflammation is the centerpiece of disease and anti-inflammation of health. So from head to toe, from working as well as prescription antidepressants to delaying or reversing Alzheimer's to keeping people feeling happy and grounded.
And how does omega-3 fish oils help with Alzheimer's?
Okay. Well, Alzheimer's is an inflammatory process called fire in the brain. And one thing that accelerates inflammation are cytokines, the immune system's chemicals, which serve us in drastic situations. If you've got pneumonia, you need this. But chronic inflammation destroys our minds and bodies. So in terms of Alzheimer's, if you can keep inflammation under check by natural means, by omega-3s will be the first supplement. Now
so
you have less
Alzheimer's and you have these aberrant cytokines in your brain that would normally cause inflammation. You keep the inflammation down, the Alzheimer's doesn't present itself. It doesn't destroy the cell.
Right. We're not saying this is a cure for it, but it could be a preventive medicine, and it could help to reverse it somewhat. I mean,
yes.
Certainly better than any prescription medicine that's available now. So we've got also what's good for the brain is good for the heart. So inflammation is what causes atherosclerosis, causes the arteries to become narrowed, and eventually a heart attack. So then there's just inflammation in your joints. Gosh, you know, been out surfing and my shoulder hurts. Again, this is an ideal natural way to be anti-inflammatory. You need a fair amount of omega-3 fish oil. The ideal dose is probably close to what the Inuit get.
Okay, and how much do they get?
That is 8 grams of EPA plus DHA a day. It's a lot. If you can't do that, maybe 4 is good. Hey, in the Gissi Prevenzione study in Italy, Italian men with heart attacks on the Mediterranean diet,
right,
red wine, the whole bit, but 1 gram a day of EPA and DHA cut the death rate in half in the first year.
Really?
So this, again, there's no drug after a heart attack like that.
Work.
Even
and
1 gram.
That's like 2 capsules.
2 capsules or 4, depending on,
right,
you know, so on what's in it. So to evaluate your capsules, add up the milligrams or grams of EPA plus DHA.
Okay, fish oil, I got it.
So,
what else do I
take?
Fish
oil. Okay. Now, you can't open a magazine or newspaper now without seeing resveratrol.
Right.
That's how got to pronounce it right, like a troll under the bridge.
Resveratrol.
This
troll.
is troll.
Oops, I've been saying it wrong.
That's right. I want you to say it right.
Thank you.
So this is a polyphenol in red wine that causes supposedly the French paradox. We know the French, you know, the sauce béarnaise and smoking gauloise, but yet have half the cardiovascular disease of Americans. Just not fair, right? Well, again, this polyphenol may be part of it. The amazing thing about resveratrol is what it does. It's not a simple antioxidant or a vitamin. It turns on a set of genes that promote survival, called sirtuins, named after SIR1 and SIR2. The way it goes is the plant is under stress. There's fungus on the grape. So the plant makes this chemical to go into kind of suspended animation. Don't die. Violating Klatz's first rule, of course, is dying.
Can't have that.
So don't die, don't get sick, stay alive, and then reproduce later. The plants that don't do this, they're gone. We don't, you know, they didn't live to tell the tale. Now, the little animals browsing around, us included, who ate the plants, who had this chemical signal, those who realized times are rough now don't die. Don't get cancer, don't get atherosclerosis, don't get dementia, or your species is going to be gone. So the animals that realize this are alive to tell the tale, and so we're one of those animals. What resveratrol does is turns on the set of genes that calorie restriction turns on. See, that would apply to calorie restriction too. If there's no food, if you die, your species will be gone. If you kind of hang in there, then your species will survive. So the ones that didn't learn the lesson, they're gone.
Right, and no one wants to go on a restricted calorie diet, because in order to do it, it's a pretty miserable lifespan that you're going to have. But with resveratrol, you're synthetically turning on those genes that are turned on by caloric restriction. Is that correct?
Yes, so it really might be a free lunch. So we say, we all know in any species, you cut the calories in half, and a third, they live longer. So if we ate 800 calories a day, we'd live for 200 hungry, miserable years. I guess there's clubs of people who approach this, and I apologize if I'm...
Okay, well, those are really two important things. We have time for one more.
One more.
On your top 3 list, what is it?
I think now is the time for people to bank their own adult stem cells for immediate use, future use. The technology's here now. We're doing this with our patients. And so right from the peripheral blood, you don't need a needle in the bone marrow. You can stimulate the stem cells swimming out into the blood. And that's biological insurance.
How do you stimulate natural stem cells?
You get a shot of granulocyte colony stimulating factor, but the amazing thing is a lot of what we're doing is already stimulating the cells. Nutraceuticals, blueberry, green tea, carnosine all get you more stem cells.
Really?
In fact, they almost work as well as the FDA drug shots. Also, if your hormones are optimized in the youthful range, testosterone, growth hormone, if you have adult growth hormone deficiency, if you're a woman, if your estrogen and progesterone are balanced, you will have more quality and quantity of adult stem cells. So you freeze them, they're in the freezer for, God forbid, something serious goes on, you can use them. If everything goes great, then you just can start putting them back every year. This is theoretical at this point, but I'm convinced in my heart that's going to be the plan.
No, I agree with you. I think that is the plan. And, people in the Academy have been talking about doing just that 15 years ago, adult banking of their blood and of their stem cells, because, if you need to have your blood back to you at some later point in life, do you want it to be blood that was from a 50-year-old, or do you want it to be blood from a 75-year-old?
Right.
Obviously, the younger is better, right?
Right. So I think when you get your driver's license at 16 or 18, this should be a requirement.
Exactly.
You get your stem cells in your blood banked and frozen, and this is preventive medicine.
That would be excellent preventive medicine. Ron, it's always a pleasure, and you're one of the best speakers in the Academy.
Thank
you. Your presentation here is very important to us. Live long and well, and we'll see you again
it's an honor to
next
be here,
year
Ron.
and next year and next year. Well, thank you, Ron.